I'm on a nice walk. My boy Rocco. Feels good. It's warm, nice breeze, and lately I've been spending hours and hours of time on podcasts, not me on it, listening to it, and reading articles about gyms, how to start a gym. And I looked at boutique gyms, which are like the fancier, real nice, well-designed gyms. And I looked at micro gyms, smaller gyms, right? Warehouse gyms, those two different models, even garage gyms, because I'm trying to get as much education as I can about how to start a gym. And what's been beautiful about these past, I would say, 20 years, I'm 29 years old, so about this past 21 years, I grew up in a family business. Rocco sees a turkey. Now I'll leave the turkey alone. I grew up in a family business at Dumbells Martial Arts, now called Dumbells Academy of Martial Arts. And it's been beautiful. It's been pretty cool to be part of the class design, the class programming, the workouts, some of the business side, the training, student development, curriculum, how to run classes, all these different things since I was 8 years old. So it's a massive amount of education that you don't find at business school. You can read about it, but it's been all hands-on. I actually lived it, I actually experienced it. And so I got a taste of what it's like to be around a family business, what it takes to be an entrepreneur, doing my own thing within the business. So grateful for that. Roland, Renee, and Sean gave me the floor and the space and the freedom to lead. So let me throw this in here. At Dumbells Academy of Martial Arts, we moved several times. There were small spots, there were bigger spots, but like the first dojo was small, but that's where I learned how to hold hand mitts that I'm holding today. Like I was 9, 10, 11 years old holding hand mitts in that building that I still do today as a 29-year-old. In that building, I learned how to get the best defensive side kick. I learned teamwork. I learned how it's important to engage your community and do outings and bring people together by going to the beach and camping trips and congregating after tournaments over a meal, things like that. We moved to another building. The work still applies. Same thing still applies. However big the space is or the walls, what still goes on in that space is important. I learned my best jump spinning back kicks, getting my spinning back kicks down, getting my strength up to be a black belt, to become a black belt. In these walls, in these smaller walls. So, you don't have to be fancy, but you have to be committed. You don't have to be fancy, but you have to be willing to work with what you have. That's been so beautiful and probably one of the biggest things that I've learned over my martial arts fitness career. And at this point, I'm 29. I have, my own ambitions and goals that I want to do. One of those has been opening a kickboxing gym mixed in with strength and conditioning. And so I'm looking around to always get answers, asking questions about leasing with Earl and Renee, the process of opening a gym, and I have to figure out the route I want to take. So I really love the design and the community aspect and the branding and the beauty and technology of boutique gyms. But after doing more studying, I think I'm definitely gonna have to grow into that instead of taking out a loan and things like that. But they're so beautiful. I love how professional it is, how creative it is, like the design. I can't say enough about it, the ambiance of it all. So I've been in places like Rumble Boxing. It's probably like one of the best I've seen. It's a boxing workout. These classes are like $35 per group class. And so you can get a sense of the kind of service that is bringing our clientele. But that's what I think I want to eventually build to, is where I have this group class essence where the product is unique, very serviceable, and just a lot of fun. But also, that can also be done at a smaller scale. I can play in a different lane, not go into debt, by just starting in a garage or a warehouse. And that's what I've been listening to with a whole bunch of podcasts. I can't exactly tell you all the names that I've been listening to. I've just been researching through Spotify, and I'm so glad that people, gym owners, entrepreneurs, have put content out there. And that's what I want to do. When I open my gym, I want to document my journey, so if there's somebody hungry like me, can be out walking their dog or driving in their car or sitting at home and can read about the process of starting a gym and really learn. So I've been doing like today. I just learned that you don't have to start big. You can start small and be happier that way. Get a base clientele, learn about pricing, what equipment to start out with, how to scale. Do you have to be open 5 days a week starting off? Maybe you do 3 days a week starting off. All those different things. And so it's been truly helpful. I'm excited. I'm also nervous, but that's something I want to do. I want to open a gym. It's in me. I feel like I would be a great entrepreneur. I feel like I would be a great business owner. And I feel like I can do a good job of building a team, hiring a few coaches, and serving them and helping them to make money and, get out of it what they want. And I feel like people who go to my class will love it and they'll talk about it. How do I know this? Because I've done it in a smaller way. Dumbells Academy Martial Arts, designed my own kickboxing program because I've been around so many different schools and styles, and I put something together where it was working. I learned how to market, put it together, music, how to lead a group class, and I want to bring that to a bigger scale. So again, like right now I'm training at my house, right? This is going to be a good piece. Right now I'm training at my house, and I don't know how many square feet that is. 100 square feet, maybe smaller. Come on, Rocco. Maybe smaller than that. A few weights. Got a barbell, squat rack, 25-pound dumbbells, 20-pound dumbbells, medicine ball, 10-pounder medicine ball. What else I got there? Bumper plates. Rocco, come on. Bumper plates go all the way up to about 300 pounds. And that's all you need. And we're doing work, 3 sessions a day, 4 sessions a day, 5 sessions a day. And people come in, they love it. And it's not this fancy spot. It's in my yard. Garden is awesome. The landlord does a good job taking care of the garden. But I'm like, man, I'm really doing work with little that I have, but I'm bringing the best every time. And that's what people want. That's what people pay for. It's not even necessarily big fancy. Rocco, come on. Let's go. Come on, Rocco. Rocco, hey, come on, over here. It's not like they're paying for something fancy and extravagant. They're paying for the coaching and the results. So I know if I tie that in to where I do bring it in to a facility, and I'm still being me, I'm still coaching. Coaching is top notch. The workout's top notch. I know that people will pay. I know that people will tell other people and get them excited, and the word of mouth will be crazy. So, since COVID happened, I went from teaching at the karate school, Dumbells Academy, this nice 2,000 square foot facility, running 8 sessions a day, sometimes more, 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., up to the afternoon, some at night. COVID happened, switched to the backyard. Even then, I'm doing work in this 200. I need to really measure it. For the sake of the title of this podcast, I'm going to say 100 square foot because it sounds nice. But 100 square foot spot, maybe 200, and I'm still getting the work done. Still doing it, still happy, still making it happen. And that's teaching me so much. And as stressful as this time has been, and anxiety around it, and uncertain, that this times have been, has also been like a blessing in disguise, right? It's also a moment where I can look back and be like, man, I was there in that spot with just a little, and still I was doing it. Give me 100 square feet, a few pieces of equipment, and I can do work. I don't need the big box gym. I don't need Equinox. I don't need the Fresh Crunch Fitness, City Sports. Nah. Give me some space. Give me somebody that wants to work out, that trusts in me, that commits, and we got something going. So this is a good time to say thank you to everybody that was with me, training with me, that trusted me. I appreciate all of you more than you know. So I'm very, very grateful. And this podcast will be one of those where you look back and you say, wow, I remember that time. That was like an underdog moment. That was like in the trenches moment, because I will be at another underdog moment, another trench moment, in a different field or a different level. And this time here is what is going to make that moment okay. And it's going to help those lessons I learned come to the forefront, where I'm just going to be good and okay. So, yeah, give me 100 square feet. Give me a few pieces of equipment, and work. That's what I noticed since March of 2020. It's now May 2021. So we're talking year and a half. And as I get more ready, more information on how to start a gym, I'm gonna fall in love with that process, with that journey. And I can't wait, but also I need to be patient and really get the knowledge and information from people that are already doing it. So that's what I recommend too, that if you are starting a gym, go listen to these people already in the business, learn from their mistakes, learn why they say start small, why you might not need a 5,000 square foot facility, and what that can turn to more problems, things like that. So I'm really green in leaning towards like more of a warehouse kind of thing. Something small, sweet, simple, building out from there. And yeah, I'm really green to that idea first. And then taking it step by step, literally step by step, and letting it go from there. So yeah, thanks for listening to this podcast. If you got any questions, or if you have something to share on this topic, drop it. Please let me know. Appreciate you. Thanks.